What's up everyone, this is Drea here with another video, and as you can see I have just got the Honor V10 here with me. It just became available in the US, so of course I had to pick one up, and I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing video for you and show you what you get with it. And of course later on look out for my full review that will be coming up. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. Okay, so the first thing we're greeted with here is our device, and I got the blue version. So I'm going to put this to the side here and see what else is in the box. Okay, so we got our usual SIM ejection tool. And we have a case in the box. Really appreciate that. And then inside we've got our fast charging brick, Huawei, and a USB type A to type C cable. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the phone. Okay, so this is your device right here, and it actually looks really good. It's a nice deep blue color, and it looks much better in person actually than it does when you see it in video. So I'm really loving this blue color here. And before I go ahead and turn it on and show you the phone, I'm just going to give you guys a brief rundown of the specs. Okay, so this, as some of you may know, is an offshoot of the Huawei brand. Which makes higher end flagships. This particular one is sort of a sibling to the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, but for a much lower price tag. So what we have here is the Kirin 970 processor, which is the same processor found on the Mate 10 Pro, and pretty much in comparison to the Snapdragon 835 that's found on most flagships from 2017. We have here a 5.99 inch display, 18 by 9 aspect ratio that is 1080p LCD, so a little different than the OLED technology that you'll find on the OnePlus 5T, which is its biggest rival. We also have some dual cameras set up here. So we've got a main RGB camera that is 16 megapixels at an f1.8 aperture. And then a secondary 20 megapixel monochrome camera, also with an f1.8 aperture. Over in the front, we do have a 13 megapixel camera here as well. Okay, so this device comes with 128 gigabytes of storage and 6 gigabytes of RAM. So definitely a storage powerhouse, especially when you consider the price. You can pick this up for $499. So if storage is what you're looking for, this is the phone to get. Again, 128 megapixels for only 128 gigabytes for only $499. Plus, you do get expandable storage here. You could add a micro SD card up to 256 gigs. We also have a battery that is 3,750 milliamp hours. So that should definitely be more than enough to get you through the day. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and power this on. And I will be setting up this phone. Of course, I'm going to be using it in the next coming days, next coming weeks, and I will give you guys my full review. And let's check out the boot up animation here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my information in the phone, and then I will be back with you, giving you my first impressions. Okay, so here is the device all set up. I've gone in and put in my information on here. I do have some apps still downloaded in the background, but just giving you guys some first impressions. It does feel really nice in the hand. It doesn't have a curved back, so it does feel a little bit more stiff than other phones. Doesn't quite fit in the palm as good as, say, the OnePlus 5T, but it still feels really good. It's got a very solid build quality, definitely feeling like a flagship phone. So I'm really liking it. The display is also really good. Again, we have a 1080p display, but still colors are very good, and I really can't complain about it at all. So the first thing that I did when my device booted on was configure my home screen so that I can have the app drawer, because EMUI, which is the software running on this Honor device as well as other Huawei devices, EMUI starts by default by not having an app drawer. So it's very iPhone-like in that regard. For me, I do prefer having the app drawer, so I just went into the settings, and you can change the home screen style there. So if you want it without the app drawer, you can do it, or if you want it with the drawer, you can set that up as well. So the other thing I did was disable the navigation keys. I did want to test out, this phone does have the fingerprint gestures here. So rather than have part of the screen being eaten up by the navigation keys, I went ahead and disabled that, and I'm going to see how I like using the fingerprint sensor. So in other words, to get to your recent apps, all you got to do is swipe on the fingerprint sensor, and that'll bring up your recent apps. You can click on it once to go back, or click and hold to go to your home screen, and you can swipe up from the side here to bring up your Google Assistant. So that's a way of using the fingerprint sensor to go back and get your recent apps without having those on-screen keys, because Honor did not put the capacitive screen touch buttons on the bezel here. So I'm gonna test that out if I like using the fingerprint gestures, or if I end up going back to the on-screen navigation bar. And I'll let you know about that in the full review. But yeah, so far so good. Like I said, I do like how it feels. I do like the color. The screen is looking really good. Quick tour of the phone here. Up top, oh, here we go. We have our IR blaster. I forgot to mention that earlier. Not seen in a lot of phones nowadays, so it's nice to have that on board. With the IR blaster, you can set up a universal remote on your phone and control your TV. Over on the left side here, you do have your SIM tray. Over on the right side is your volume rocker and power button. And then on the bottom, you do have your USB Type-C port, your speakers, and your 3.5mm headphone jack. This phone does not come with any type of water or dust resistance, so bear that in mind. And it is an all-metal build, so of course no wireless charging there. But still seems like a great device. I'm going to be using it, testing out the camera especially, and try to use there you go, there's the fingerprint sensor working there. But yeah, I'm going to be putting it through the paces. I do want to test it and compare it to especially the OnePlus 5T, and see which one I think would be a better purchase. But yeah, that's your first look at the Honor V10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if there's anything in particular you want me to hit on my full review. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, and you can keep up to date with all my latest videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.